How do you approach each day? Are you living with anticipation, an expectation that this may be the day that Jesus returns? I mean, think about how different your life would look if you lived each day anticipating that today would be the day, or maybe that today is your last day. Are you preparing for what's next? If I'm being honest, I don't approach each day as if it's going to be my last or if Jesus will return. Yes, I put me in the path of progress in the sense that I practice the disciplines that get me closer to Him, to become more like Him and do as He did. That is my goal. But I'd be lying if I said every single waking moment that I'm focused on that this could be my last or that Jesus will return. We don't know when that time will come. And it's pretty obvious why Jesus didn't tell His disciples when they came to Him and said, Jesus, when is all this going to go down? When is the end? And He gives them pretty vague details, right? He says, nation will rise against nation. There will be famine. There'll be war. There'll be all kinds of things, earthquakes that will happen. And of course, He doesn't give a specific time because for other generations, for example, if the end of times is the year 2100, then obviously that really wouldn't apply to us. Yes, we could prepare the next generation saying, hey, this is the time and these are the things we need to do, but it's not the same when we know that it could be today. What if we lived that way? And one of the ways we can live that way is what His response is. The very first things He says to His disciples when they ask Him about the end, He says, look, don't be led astray. Don't be led down the wrong path. So what that means for you and me is to dive into His word every single day. Make sure that someone like me is not misleading you. Make sure your pastor is not misleading you. When you read for yourself, you'll be able to understand and implement for yourself and use resources like this, like your pastor, like small groups, whatever it may be, to strengthen your faith. So do not be led astray. Dive into His word every single chance that you get and meditate on that, right? Like write it on your heart as the word says, put scripture on your heart so you can go to that immediately when life throws something at you. You'll have it right here and allow that to guide you. Allow Him to guide you along the way. The closer you get to Him, not only will you have more clarity and have more confidence, but you'll have this peace because as someone who pursued the world and worldly things, it's quite different when you actually pursue Him. And I have a long way to go because the closer I get to Him, the more I realize how far I am from Him. But yet He is my example, and that's what I try to pursue every single day. And I'm grateful for each day that He gives me to do better this time around than I did yesterday.